Yo, you ready? Nah, I mean, is you ready? Somebody ready for war? That Weezy. Like the Zob. Wise man mad. They ready for war. Fit in all blacks is the trooper. Plan, plot, strategize, crucial. Gotta pick a side, no neutral. In the middle of a war as usual. Watch your back, they shoot. If your ops drop, better keep it moving. All we do is win, no losing. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. Plan, plot, strategize, crucial. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. If the ops drop, better keep it moving. In the middle of a war as usual.
Yeah. It's a war as usual. And we're gonna play it again. No, I'm just playing. I gotta remember to turn the repeat off. Got burn some incense. Get the spirit flowing, you know. Get the spiritual
about to start out the show with a prayer, so it all goes good.
And a whole ritual. I'm about to bring a lamb in here and slit his throat. You know what I'm saying?
You want to hear a funny story?
What's the funny story?
Remember when we went out and slaughtered the lambs out in West Palm?
Yeah.
And then we end up getting the meat and the skins.
Yeah.
Well, me in the shop was like, yo, we're gonna try to make fabric out of the skin or whatnot, like fur and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So he got a portion, I got a portion. I brung some through my crib, but that, at the time I was staying with my peoples. Mm-hmm. And listen, I had a whole bucket, of just lamb skin in this bucket. So I try to wait for the next day when they go to the slavery or whatnot. Come to find out, when I wake up, I see a whole bunch of vultures just eating that at the lamb skin, man. I had to run outside, shoo them away. The shit end up having worms, nigga. My people end up finding out. Nigga, I just threw it away, man. But yeah, that's my story. There you go. That shit funny.
Man, I thought you were gonna tell me something like your parents thought you was in a blood sacrificing cult.
Nah, my mom Dukes thought that. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Yo, you on the voodoo?" And But it was funny. Think about it.
That's when your mom was staying in that cul-de-sac.
Yeah, you remember, right? Yeah, when I used to stay out there.
Yeah. Oh man, good times
for sure.
Well, it is. We back at it, man. War as usual. We got the usual suspects, Nizama Nad Jewel. You know what I mean? I know my boy Michael Love in there somewhere. He didn't get a chance to, drop his shout out real quick. But shout out to everybody in the barracks.
Sure.
Listen, man, I didn't get any messages, man. I didn't get no messages for the giveaway. I'm trying to give away these prizes.
That's what's up. Yeah. More for me.
I tell you. Yeah, man.
Want no prizes.
Nobody want no prizes, man. We got some 5 prizes. Nobody don't want them. Man. So if you didn't know, you know what I'm saying? What's up?
Nah, my bad. I was gonna say you might want to remind them what the prizes is, man.
Right. Yeah, man. So if you don't know, we are doing a giveaway. We got, I guess I should bring them back out here, but for time's sake, we got a air fryer. We have a instant kettle, an instant tea kettle, you know what I'm saying, for boiling water or what have you, and a free Kent Van t-shirt, man. If you don't know what the Kent Van t-shirts are, you can go to upkflwear.com or just go to upkflwear on Facebook and see our latest merch. You know what I'm saying? I got some more merch coming out too, man. This is news for y'all, man. Special alert. I'm gonna be dropping our Payback is a Dog t-shirt this week as well. I mean, so y'all need to be on the lookout, man, because I'm gonna do a giveaway for that shirt too. Y'all sleep
Nigga.
right now. I got a Payback is a Dog. I got a Payback is a Dog t-shirt dropping this week. And if you sleep, you're gonna miss out. So don't sleep, man. Stay up.
Shit. Nazam Anad, man, you better make you a dummy account. Just go ahead and make a fake, create a
I'm trying to
Gmail.
tell you. No,
You might want
give it to your husband. Give it to your husband,
Yeah.
of course. You know what I'm saying? Let her know, look, I gotta win this sweepstake. You know what I'm saying? You
Hell
know, back
yeah.
in the day, you remember back in the day they used to say sign up for this sweepstake. Nickelodeon used to send out mail letter in the mail
I remember
telling you to
that
sign
shit.
up for the sweepstakes. Nigga, I tried to sign up for every single one of them, boy. I ain't never
Me too.
win.
Well, I remember I signed up for a Cartoon Network one. You remember that Cartoon Network? They was giving out Gundam Wing models and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Gundam.
I ain't never won nothing, man.
I ain't never won neither, dude.
I don't even know if they really made it out. They
For
seen that
real.
address and was like, you know, we not giving this nigga shit. They seen that address and was like, hell no.
Mhm.
But anyway, man, we're gonna get into it. Let's see, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. And you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you subscribe. So those prizes that we're giving away, it's easy to win. All you gotta do is go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and hit the bell. After you do that, you go to the Facebook, at the War as Usual webcast, and you hit follow on Facebook. All right, it's very important. Next step you're gonna do is go to TikTok at War as Usual on TikTok, and you're gonna hit the follow there. So all you're doing is following us on 3 platforms: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. After you do that, you're gonna come back to Facebook and shoot us a message with your handle, with your meaning the name that you go by on those 3 platforms. You're gonna put them in a message and you're gonna say done. Once we receive those messages, we're gonna start picking a winner. And we're gonna I'm gonna say the deadline will be October 1st. So October 1st, we're gonna announce our first winner. All right. If you sleep, you will miss out on this prize. Throw Shot gonna get all the goddamn prizes. He gonna be in this bitch making tea while his chicken fry in the air fryer while he wearing his goddamn Camp Van t-shirt. You muted. You muted.
Nah, my bad. You know how in them TV shows where they start daydreaming and shit? You know what I mean? I can see it now. Nigga, for real, dude. I'm be living the life.
He gonna be living the life, bro. He's gonna be having his key. He gonna be sitting down on Wars Users to sitting down with his tea kettle in a fucking a bowl full of fried chicken while he wearing the
Yeah.
shirt. And y'all gonna be looking salty like the rim of this damn daiquiri because you ain't participate. All right, so where we going first, man?
Shit. There's a few things that's been going on. I know the Young Dolph situation. I don't know if you got a story on that.
Yeah, we definitely gonna go into that like
Okay.
right now. We can start off with that one.
Start off with that.
So while I'm pulling it up, you want to like give a kind of a brief.
I was hoping that you can do that because I'm not fully engulfed in the story. I mean, but if you can, you know.
Young Dolph, man, very famous rapper from the city of Memphis, Tennessee. You understand? Was gunned down last year. 2000. No, this was 2021. Actually, this is about 3 years ago. Oh man, so the brother, Yeah, man. I was just thinking. That's why I had to take a deep breath. Like, geez, that shit seemed like yesterday. But yeah, man, the brother lost his life to senseless, gun violence. And recently, the story broke that the leader came forth about the whole setup because he was paid $500 to unalive Young Dolph when he was promised $200,000. All right, so now
Damn.
the leader is coming out and talking about it because um so like because he was damn, what's the word for it? You know what I mean? He was scammed. You know what I mean? He got he was finessed. Let's put it that way. All right, so let me see if I got this video right here.
Damn, for $500, man. That's
So
crazy.
whole life and change. $500. One stupid, dude, like, why are we even like? Come on, man. Like, this is such a ridiculous story. It is such a ridiculous story to even accept this type of job. Like, is this all we're good at? Is all we good for? Is unaliving each other? It's the only way we know how to make money. We all we can do is sell drugs to each other, and put bullets in each other, and you know what I'm saying. Is that who we are, man? Like, there's nothing better that comes from us. Or is our oppressor just the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of, and all we know is how to be more like him and less like us? How to be radical and and just savages like he is. Make no mistake about it, man. Your oppressor is the savage of the world. I'm about to play this video. It's already playing. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Y'all can see the screen, right?
With the video.
Hold on. Yeah, see, my I'm telling you, listen, man. My
Your joint be
computer is
lagging.
like some of that bull crap. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
don't
I can
like
see it
doing
now.
this. But I'm gonna let y'all hear it. Hold on. Can you hear it? You hear it?
Straight drop to the death
Yeah, I hear it now.
of young surveillance video. Today, a prosecutor walked the jury through the moments they say show Johnson in the clothes at the time of the murder and in the vehicles coming and going from the apartment where he was staying. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Skurlock.
And I'm Vic Hurst. This is day 2 of the trial that has been nothing short of explosive. Prosecutors making the case that a reported $100,000 hit on Dolph's life ultimately came from Big Juke with CMG, a rival record label of Dolph's. WRG's Shay Arthur has been following this case since the beginning. She has just stepped out of the courthouse. And Shay, what is the latest?
Hey, Greg. Hey, Stephanie. You said it right there. Another big day in court. Court just wrapped up a short time ago. The last to take the stand was actually Justin's brother, Jamarcus. Now, he has taken a plea deal in this case. He was charged with accessory after the fact, after Young Dolph's murder. He told the jury he had his brother Justin's phone to run his social media and said Justin called him to say he had a car for him after the shooting. But really, much of this case focused on video surveillance, much of today's testimony. The prosecutor on this case, Paul Hagerman, in his opening statement yesterday, really drove home to the jury how crucial video surveillance was, telling them this wasn't 1981, not 1991, not even 2001. The homicide happened in 2021, a time when so many of us, as we know, basically everything is captured on surveillance cameras. And throughout the majority of the day, they showed video of Justin Johnson, they say, coming and going from Crosstown Concourse, where he was living He was in a white Mercedes, they say was used in the murder, and also wearing that Bass Pro Shop hat and gray sweatpants that we see during that shooting outside of Makita's Cookies. Now, they also show video of him at a separate apartment complex after the shooting where he changed into a yellow sweatshirt, then returned to Crosstown a few hours later in that sweatshirt, packed his bags, then they say went on the run. All of this captured on video. There was also testimony from a man who his face for security reasons that said he was there. He was at the gas station when Johnson traded another car for that white Mercedes. This was just hours before Young Dolph's death. Listen to what he had to say. And remember, Justin Johnson, he's also known as Straight Drop.
When y'all got to the gas station, what happened?
We got some gas. They talked for a minute, then we pulled off, then pulled back around, then straight truck got in the bin.
And that man who we just heard from there said he had no idea what the car was going to be used for and had nothing to do with that crime. He said he would never do something like this. He actually called Young Dolph his family. And Stephanie and Greg, a total of 3 witnesses took the stand today. Court, again, as I mentioned, has ended for the day, but it will resume tomorrow. We'll be here. We'll keep you posted. For your news leader, we're live downtown tonight. Shay Arthur, WREG, News Channel 3.
Damn. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. It's nothing you do that's not on surveillance in this day and age, man. Yeah, they see everything. Yep, you're in the Matrix. Yeah, man. Rise again, Young Dolph, man, is very unfortunate. As far as the story goes, man, that goes to show you that lets you know, man, that lifestyle is not what you want. It's not as thorough or real as people make it seem to be, whether it's in the rap videos or in the rap songs or in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of it's entertainment. You know what I mean? And a lot of younger cats, you know what I'm saying, will look up to certain people and want to pattern their life after these people, not knowing that the end result can possibly be you losing your life or ending up in jail. You know what I'm saying? All because somebody put the battery on the back of a lifestyle that they not living themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It's just a lot to learn from this, man, even with brotherhood. Like, like even us as a people, you know what I mean? Like, you know, this cat taking whatever he can, whatever deal he can, you know what I'm saying, to get out of trouble from this, you know what I'm saying, not realizing, like, you know, this is, he wasn't built for this. Like, that's not the lifestyle he wanted. So that's crazy. Yeah, he's still in the Matrix. Lights is out. Lights is out is frozen, y'all, so that's why I'm doing all this talking. But yeah. You know what I mean? Tell me what y'all think. You know what I mean? Drop some comments. Let me know what y'all think about the whole situation. If you from that city, you know, what's the temperature of that city? You know, what people are saying, what people is talking about. What's the word on the street about what's going down, man? You know what I mean? Cats get to singing. As soon as them plea deals come through. All that, man. The streets is done. It's done. You know what I mean? It's done. And, you know, of course, this is not something that's only for, you know, as Black people, something that we do. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that, you know, all races, you know, do in order to gain some types of success on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, because we don't have no identity, no culture, we try to mimic them to get success. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you're going to kill this brother for over $500? $500? I mean, I don't know if that's the correct number because I'm not too familiar with the story, but $500, man, you might as well get a 9-to-5. You know what I'm saying? The street shit ain't for you. If you out there doing crime for $500, niggas in McDonald's make more than that. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no shame in that. You know what I mean? Like slow money is better than no money. If you gotta flip some burgers just to make a living, why not? You know what I'm saying? At least you know you good. At least you know your family's out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Over bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. I said my piece. You can go ahead and speak. Itazar.
In my back,
You said what?
in my back end. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I hear you clear.
Man, it's like taking a bullet every time I play a video.
Yeah.
I gotta revive myself. Gotta leave. Yeah, this ain't for the weak hearted. I'll tell you that. Man. But yeah, man, it's real unfortunate, real sad. You know what I'm saying? The real number was 100,000, 100K. I got that number wrong, but nevertheless, man, like it's petty. Like, is your brother's life really worth 100,000, man? I mean, this is a black man, just like you. Like a brother who survived oppression, just like you. A brother who survived the ghetto, survived poverty. You know what I'm saying? Survived racism from every front and made it unscathed. You know what I'm saying? Made it through to be able to, become a rapper, become a, you know what I'm saying, do something. As little as America wants you to believe black lives are worth, he along with every other black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, or child, you know what I'm saying, proved that his life had value. And all it was worth was 100K to you. You know what I mean? Like, we have to get out of that mindset to think that even my life, like for me to throw away my life and go to prison for the rest of my life over 100,000 to take your life is petty, man. That's dog water. You know what I'm saying? We like, come on, man. Like, if only blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians knew that they worth so much more than a couple of goddamn dollars with their oppressors' faces on them. The same damn devils that hung you from trees, the same damn devils that kidnapped your ancestors and brought you to a land that they stole from your other brothers, you know what I'm saying, your Hispanic brothers, your so-called Hispanic brothers and Native Indian brothers, stole their land and put you on a slave plantation in that land. And you gonna kill your brother over a dollar with their face on it? I mean, we've belittled our wealth, our worth so much, and that's why you see any other nation could just claim that they us. Any other nation could just be like, yeah, I'm black. I cook collard greens in the bathtub, and you go for it. Anybody could do it. Anybody could just be black. Africans can do it. East Indians can do it. Everybody, Asians want to have afros. Anybody can buy their way into being black. Here's the problem: because they're not your brothers, you want to touch a hair on their head. You know what I'm saying? Like, you love them, but you hate your brothers. Why? Have we never stopped and asked, why do we hate each other so much? We never stopped and asked, why do I hate my brother and I love my oppressor so much? Could it be because of the slavery that we've gone through? Could it be because of the oppression that we've gone through? Could it be because of my religion that I love my oppressor so much and I hate my brother? It's all of those things. But we never stop and ask ourselves, why do I hate my brother? Why do I want to take my brother's life? We never stop and ask that. And it's all those things, man. And it's why, speaking of, another brother, man, we can segue a little bit. This brother, Marcellus Williams. Have you heard about Marcellus Williams?
Nah, who that?
Okay, Marcellus Williams was convicted for murder, right? However, they have proof that he did not, DNA evidence proved that he did not commit the crime. I'm gonna read this headline. It says Marcellus Williams executed in Missouri amid strong innocence claims it is murder. The execution came despite here. Maybe I should share this. I'm going on a risk right now. I'm about to risk everything and share my screen. So I hope y'all can still hear me once I share my screen. If not, man, I'm gonna have to give it up to the Angels, man. The Angels gonna have to take control of this one, man. Cause let me see. Hopefully y'all can see this and still hear me. You see it? See, look at this shit, man. Frozen once again. I feel like Elsa. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Man, I feel like Elsa, dog. I'm gonna pause this. All right, it says Marcellus Williams executed in Missouri amid strong innocence claims. It is murder. The execution came despite one of the prosecutors in the case saying that Williams' life should be spared because DNA did not connect him to the case. Critics are calling the execution murder. So they had no connection. They had no proof to connect this brother to this quote unquote murder. Right? This white woman. Now here we have it again. Here it is again, all over again. The devil shows that her face, and another brother bites the dust. You understand? Another white teardrop as the goddamn lethal injection leaks through his veins. All right. When are we going to learn that this is our enemy? When are we going to learn that this is why we are unalived? This is why we lose our lives, because we love our oppressor too much. Now, I don't know the personal details between Maurice Williams and this victim. I don't know the connection, but there is no connection that says that he took her life, which is the point. They executed this brother this morning by lethal injection for unaliving this Caucasian woman. The last words that this brother wrote, his final words before leaving, I don't know if they have a screenshot of it. His final words were, "All praise due unto Allah." The brother was a Muslim. All right. Here's the problem, man. This is what you gotta wrap your head around right here. Maurice Williams is an Israelite who chose another God. And in his time of need, his God could not save him. May the brother rise again. May the brother be, in the kingdom. When we get the kingdom, I pray that the Lord, has mercy on that brother's soul and allows him to rise again. But this is a problem that so many of our brothers and sisters go through. And we just covered it last week. You know what I'm saying? It's another sister and turned her faith over to the goddamn rock. You understand? What's the sister name? Brittany Renner. I don't know what her name. Brittany Reindeer. I don't remember her name. Salaki. Is it Renner or Rainer?
I think it's
Renner. Okay. Yeah. Brittany Renner. Okay. Yeah, she too is now a Muslim. And here's what I'm seeing. Just like how we discussed last week, we see all of our brothers and sisters. Malcolm X was a goddamn Muslim, and he was unalived by Muslims. So what I don't understand is, how can we keep trying these religions and not learning from our mistake? You mind if I pull the scripture? I think it's in Deuteronomy. talks about the wood and stone. Y'all don't mind if I go biblical real quick for just a second, do y'all? I mean, this is a faith-based platform, correct? Let me just get this real quick.
Yeah. I mean, while you get that, man, I do want to say that there's definitely an ongoing pattern that our people fail to realize. Like, it's easy for us to blame ourselves when we only looking at it at the surface level. You get what I'm saying? Like, we see our conditions and the way we behave today, and we're quick to jump to wanting to point the finger at each other. But everything, with every action, right, that we display in our communities, there's an origin to it, man. You know what I mean? There's an origin to it. And it's important for us as a people to go to the root of every issue. Go to the very dig deep into the issue. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to get the solution. Right? You know what I mean? And the pattern that's done all throughout this nation, in every major city, wherever there's a black community, at one point it was thriving. At one point we had businesses, we got along with each other, we lived peacefully and in harmony, and we was doing far better than what we were doing today. Right? And at some point, when those communities was thriving, our enemy, the so-called white man, the oppressor, came in and burnt those communities down. Right? Destroyed our businesses, destroyed our clinics, destroyed our hospitals, our banks, our airports. And this is done all throughout the nation, not just in one specific state, but all throughout the nation. And after that, all this, when the smoke was clear, when all was said and done, right, instead of us rebuilding back those communities, we thought it was best for us to integrate with them, man. Right? And from that point on, we've been in a forever cycle of our own destruction, of filth that we regurgitate back and forth towards each other. You know what I'm saying? What we have to do is go back to the root prior to us integrating and find out how can we actually succeed as a people, man. You know what I mean? Never trust your oppressor, never.
Yep. Listen, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 26. It says, as a thief is ashamed when he is found, so is the house of Israel shamed. Like, first of all, let me just tackle that real quick. Like, we bear such a shame on ourselves. You understand? And this is what you have to understand. In every household, every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian household, you know what I'm saying? Those of us who haven't found the truth, those of us who haven't come home to the Most High, you know, for lack of better words, like we think we have such a faith in ourselves that we think we know everything. We think everything that we know is right. You know what I'm saying? We have such a pride in our beliefs. Like, you ever try to tell a Christian that God don't talk to them? Because, you know, Christians love to think that God is talking to them. They talk to God every night. They talk to Jesus. Jesus is their boyfriend. And if you try telling them God is not talking to you, there's a pride within themselves that makes them think that you're demonic for telling them that they are not talking to God, as if you're the crazy one because they're hearing voices in their head and think that it's coming from God. You understand? Our people are so ashamed because in that day when they finally get the judgment that they've been warned about, the judgment that we were warned about in this book, when they finally seek see judgment day, when they finally see the day that the Lord does exactly what he promised he would do for disobeying him, they are ashamed. You understand? And it's like you sitting here telling me that as long as I call on the name of Jesus before I die, I got 10 seconds before I die to call on Jesus or I'm going to hell. That's ridiculous. And it's shameful. You understand? This is what the Bible says, man. Let me keep going. Verse 26, as the thief is ashamed when he is found, so is the house of Israel ashamed. They, their kings, their princes, and their priests, and their prophets, man. One day you're going to realize that your priests and prophets were wrong. Your Christian pastor was wrong. He don't goddamn know God. He doesn't know anything about the Bible. He's absolutely wrong about everything he teaches you, and he's leading you down the path of destruction and death. You understand? One day you're going to realize that. Verse 27, saying to a stock. What is a stock? A stock is a piece of wood. In the Christian church, you carry a piece of wood called the cross. And you wear it around your neck, you wear it around your wrist like a rosary. You understand? You wearing these beads, these wooden beads with the wooden cross at the end, and you calling on who? The Father. You understand? You saying Jesus, Jesus, Father, 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 Jesus, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? On this damn, on your knees, kissing on a piece of wood, no diddy, and crying out to be saved, crying out to for God to do something for you, for God to pull some type of miracle off for you. Well, this is the Bible, man. It says, saying to a stock, thou art my father, and to a stone, thou hast brought me forth. What is the stone? We know that the stone is that same stone that they worship in Mecca, that they circle 1,000 times and they go kiss on it like it's, you know, they woman's downstairs area. You understand? You circling that damn rock, and then you saying that this rock brought me forth. This rock delivered me. This is what the Muslims do. And that's what Maurice Williams thought, or Marcellus Williams thought. That's what Lil Durk thought. That's what Brittany Renner thought, that this rock was going to bring them through. Let's keep reading. For they have turned their back unto me. Meaning you turned your face towards this wood and stone, and you turned your back on the Most High. Your faith is now in that cross. Your faith is now in that rock. It's not in the Most High. And not their face. But in the time of their trouble, they will say, arise and save us. Now, when you in trouble, when you need the Most High to save you from whatever position or predicament you in, when you facing a goddamn death penalty for a crime you didn't even commit, and you've been banging your head on the floor praying to a goddamn rock, when that day is going to come where you gonna call on the Most High and say, arise and save me, right? Verse 28, but where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise, if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Listen, Negroes, we got all the gods in the world. We worship every damn thing we can get our hands on. That's why you see these sisters wearing that evil eye around their neck. You know that the it's like a circle, like a blue little medallion, but it's got like white in the middle and then black in the middle of that's called the evil eye. You got sisters wearing the evil eye. You got them wearing these goddamn waist beads that they don't even know the origin of that shit. They got they collecting goddamn crystals and stones and putting them in the sun to charge. This shit is ridiculous. We as the number of cities, meaning there's millions of cities all around the world. And just like it's millions of cities, we got millions of gods, man. And we made all these gods unto ourselves. But when we're in trouble, we don't pull out the crystal. We don't pull out that crystal and hope it's charged. We don't pull out that evil eye and start, making, praying that the evil eye save us. What do? We call on God. Oh my God, Jesus, 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 please. Oh Allah, Allah Akbar. You understand? Like we are destroyed people, man, and it's because of our leaders. It's because of our oppression, and it's because of our religion. We are destroyed. I pray the brother rise again. You understand? But what you should understand is that there is no power in no goddamn rock god. You want to be a rock god, goddamn it, go join a band. That's the only place for the rock gods. I digress, man. Y'all want to move on? And in other news as well, PNB Rock's the leader, his father was also sentenced or convicted for PNB Rock's deletion. Did y'all know that?
Shit, we know now.
Yeah, PNB Rock, man. Everybody. Yep, everybody listen, man. Like this is a crazy year, man. This is a crazy year. And we said it here first, man. This is the year of revelation. Everything being revealed, everything being unclosed or disclosed to us. You understand? All that stuff. And it's going down, man. PNB Rock. Who else? Um who else was it? I don't know. I mean, so much is happening. They talking about Jay-Z's up next to be exposed. I think it's a long list of boule niggas that's in line with this whole Diddy thing, man. And Diddy ain't the only nigga. He's just the most, standout nigga in this whole thing. Like Diddy is just, he just all out front door with it. It's niggas that's on that shit. Like I listen, man. Like this ain't just a one-time thing. Like y'all looking at P. Diddy like he's the ringleader in this whole pedophile sex cult, or I'm sorry, PDF file sex cult freak shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this, he not the only nigga. First of all, this is the devil's work. And when I say devil, I mean your oppressor. I mean, this is the occupation for the light persuasion. You know what I'm saying? This ain't. It's bigger than Diddy. No Diddy. It's bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even gonna talk about Diddy today. What else we want to talk about?
Yeah, man. But yeah, rest in peace, Young Dolph, man. Rise again, that brother and his family. Marcella, what's his name? Marcellus as well. You know what I mean? It's very unfortunate.
Right, Marcellus Williams.
Marcellus Williams, rise again as well. You know what I mean? That reminds me of Emmett Till's story. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very unfortunate that we have to live out in this same thing in 2024. You know what I mean? So,
right. The brother was convicted in 1998. Well, he was the crime happened in 1998.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate, man.
Yeah, so he spent all that time in prison. That's what is that? That's 20 years. No, that's I'm sorry, hold up. That's 16 years?
Yeah, around.
Or was that 20 years?
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I think that's 16 years. I don't know, my math could be off, but shit, he spent all that time locked behind bars, while they've proven that he didn't do it. Like this whole time they've been proving that he didn't do it rather than proving he did it. And they still put him, still executed the brother today.
It's unfortunate, Very unfortunate. Shit is not meant for us, man. This place is hell. You know what I'm saying? So hope that brother, man. Hope his family get the closure that they need. You know what I'm saying? And, justice will be served. Straight up.
Mm-hmm. Barack Nah. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Thabas from your shot, sis. Checking in from Toronto, Canada. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I mean, again, subscribe to all three channels. Let us know that you subscribe to all three channels by messaging us on Facebook at the Wars Usual Webcast. You could win a prize, man. We got 3 giveaways we're giving away. Okay, 3 prizes we're giving away. You can get one, or they just gonna go to Taweezy and he gonna be sitting back sipping tea, eating French fries in a brand new T-shirt. So, what we going to next?
I don't know. What was the other topic? I have no idea, to be honest. What was the other topic?
Well, I mean, shit, we ain't got no other topics, man. We can talk about, what I mean, it's some things we can talk about, but I
Yeah,
mean, we
go
got some
ahead.
other
I could
topics.
do
Y'all chime in, man. Let me hear something from the berries, man. Hmm? Yeah, let's hear
Nah, I was
something from
saying.
the berries.
God. Nah, I was saying I forgot
Huh?
what it was. Two things you mentioned. Young Dolph. And who else? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I was waiting on you. You said something else. Yo, where Lapa Yard at, man? Where Torch at?
Not here.
Where his brother at, man? He watching from the bleachers. He ain't in the game today.
A little
It
like
was a
crazy,
story.
bro.
It was a story that hit. It was a story that hit. Um, where his brother he got shot in the head, and he was permanently disabled for life. And his woman stayed with him. And I just want to highlight Dave's story because first of all, that's an honorable thing. Well, in this day
Yeah.
and age, really, in reality, that's just something that you should do. Like, that should not be this story right here should not be an anomaly. You feel what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be, oh my God, she stayed with him even though he had a disability. That's I mean, bro, that's what you're supposed to do. You shouldn't get a cookie for that. But because of the age and society that we in today, man, this doesn't happen. This is very rare that this happens. This happens all the time in the UPK. If for whatever reason, a brother falls into misfortune, you know, his wife is gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? That's not part of the culture that we live now. In the world, maybe. In the world, you couldn't get a bitch to say you couldn't get a bitch to stay if she was glued to your goddamn hip. The bitch is gone. All she need is any reason. You know what I mean? Whatever the reason is, you know what I'm saying? In the world, these sisters is leaving. And if the bitch wanna leave, let her leave. But that's not a problem we have to deal with here in the UPK. Not with these sisters. Not with these beautiful princesses in the UPK, man. Cause they were raised right. They have a good upbringing. Unlike so many of our unfortunate brothers and sisters who don't have that upbringing. You know what I mean? Let me show y'all this video real quick. I know I'm gonna go blank. I know I'm gonna go blank I'm gonna be frozen again. Hope you can hear me still. Can you still hear me?
God, we
Here's
get
what I'm gonna do. Let me switch this shit. Can you hear me?
God, we
Okay.
get you.
Oh man, my shit lagging then.
There was a delay.
This is bad. It's terrible. Huh? Yeah, this is terrible. Yeah.
But that's how loud it can get.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that better?
Nah, I still can't hear it,
Hey.
but I mean, we can still kind of get the picture. You can
Oh.
see what's going on in the video.
Oh, okay. Man, look, Ricari, y'all said disability check is big money. Yeah, she definitely hit the lottery. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? To it takes a lot to stay down with a brother. After he goes from being this like one way, like he's one way, and then the very next second he's totally different. You know what I'm saying? He's not the brother he used to be. And I pray that, this sister truly, genuinely just loves his brother, and that's why she's still there. It's not because of a disability check. It's not because, for clout or whatever the reason might be. I hope it's just because she just genuinely loves his brother. And I have no reason to think that she's not with him for that reason. But this should be normal. This should be normal regardless of anything like a disability or whatever. Like a man and a woman are to be together. If it wasn't so, the Lord wouldn't make it so. Like those two wouldn't have found each other. They wouldn't have laid together. None of that stuff if the Lord didn't want it. Understand? But He also wants you to stay together. What the Most High put together, let no man pull asunder. You ain't supposed to. It ain't supposed to be no damn breakups. Ain't supposed to be no goddamn divorce. Ain't no you go your way, I go my way. You know what I'm saying? You together forever. So, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Big up to the sister for being there with that brother, staying there. You know what I'm saying? Lord be with them. Lord be with his family too. Hey, listen, I hope that check is hitting good, man. I hope you getting a hell of a check.
Yeah, man, that's it.
Michael
It's
Love.
crazy, but shit. If that's what you vow to do in your marriage, man, you gotta honor it, right? Don't we say that
Right.
when they walking down the aisle in front of the pastor saying for better, for worse, or sickness or health? You know what I mean? Well, that
Yeah.
story you just pulled it is an example of that. You know what I mean? Like that's what we need to see more of, man, within our community. More black families
Yeah.
mean of a strong black family means a strong nation. You know what I'm saying? Strong Hispanic families mean a strong nation. You can't have a strong nation without strong families. And the only way we can build strong families is if we stick together. It's the only way it's done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna
Damn
vow to
right.
something, if you're gonna commit to something, man, make sure you honor it, man. You know what I mean? Because the Lord is gonna hold you to it for sure. If I'm not mistaken, we lead in divorce. Am I not mistaken? All right, we got the highest
Um,
percentages of divorce. All right.
black people, black and Hispanic
Yeah.
people.
Nah.
I'm not really sure. I wouldn't be able to. I couldn't answer that truthfully and honestly. Because I don't know if we even getting married. Last time I checked, we wasn't even getting married like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if
So
you're
I
able to
wouldn't. I
Google
wouldn't
it
know
and
how to.
see, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, that's like these marriages are becoming pointless at this point now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing it for if you're not gonna be fully committed all the way? If you're not gonna be there through the hard times, like this is supposed to be your partner. You spending thousands of dollars on the wedding just for you to divorce them the day later. You know what I mean? You get everything set up from the dress to the ceremony to the ring, the suits, everything that you needed for
Yeah.
that day, all for it to go to waste because the
Mm.
relationship got boring, you're not in love
Yeah.
anymore. You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
you're just an insincere person. You're selfish. That's it. You can't commit to nothing in life.
Right.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you can fail in that, just imagine all the other things you'll fail in life. I'm not trying to be a Debbie
Yeah,
Downer
man.
on nobody, but if you can't commit to that,
You're a failure.
you know,
You're a loser. You're a freaking loser, man.
yeah, there you go. I just I said it for you. You know what I'm saying?
You're a freaking loser. You lose everything. It makes you a loser. All right. So it says, what race has the highest divorce rate? Black adults have the highest divorce rate and the lowest marriage rates. However, according to research, they also marry at later ages, 32 for men and 31 for women. Black women are the only group among other races with a number of divorces higher than the marriage rate. God damn. Why? Because women, 75% of marriages end in divorce. I'm sorry, wait. All right, so 75% of marriages end in divorce, right? I forget the percentage. I have to look at the percentage. Majority of those marriages are ended by the woman. Yeah. So that right there isn't news to me. Black women are the only group among other races with a number of divorces higher than the marriage rate.
It's crazy.
So how is that even fucking possible?
Mm-hmm.
Like you getting divorced more than you getting married? How the fuck
Yeah,
is that even
man.
possible?
Yeah, man. The thing
Of
is,
course it is possible.
kind
My
a
bad.
lot of us, this is being led astray. They allowing themselves to be brainwashed with the idea that they're one with the European. It's
Yeah.
not, bro. It's not gonna work for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we mentioned earlier, we have to go to the root of the issue. Go to the root. How did we handle relationships prior to slavery? What did a black marriage look like before slavery? How do we identify that? What does black love look like before slavery? How could we identify that as a people? You get what I mean? Like that's the thing that we have to look at. Yeah, we see the stats, we see the numbers, we see the percentages. But prior to all this feud and hatred that we have for each other between the black man and the black woman, what was it like for us prior to us arriving here in America? You get what I mean? Like we are living in the narrative of those that put us in slavery, perpetuating white supremacy in our relationships, in our homes, pointing the blame towards each other and not realizing that we have been brainwashed and misled on what black love is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, you this is how you should look at a marriage in America's eyes. Like, this whole divorce rate, marriage rate shit, like you gotta understand this is Esau's, this is the white man's understanding of marriage. You gotta be on paper and stuff like that. And just based off of what's on paper, you can imagine how many men these women slept with. Right? We talking about marriage here. Like, according to the Bible, sex is marriage. But according to America, you're not married unless you get a ring put on your finger, you sign some papers, and then you consummate the marriage. Meaning you go home and have sex. And that's not including all the men that she had sex with. Now, what you should look at with this American marriage, like you signing that piece of paper, every time you get married, you're opening up a new business. So you mean to tell me that we're supposed to trust women and take their advice and believe that they're so wise and understanding when they've had more failed businesses than actually starting a business? Meaning you failed the business more than somebody could start a business. Every time you sign that paper, you're starting it. And literally, this ain't even allegorical. This is actually what a marriage is according to America. It's a business, which is why when you get a divorce, you split shit 50-50. Unless there's certain paperwork involved that says you're not getting 50% of this business. It's just like when two business partners open up a business, they have shares. You get 50% of the shares, I get 50% of the shares. If the business ever fails, this is my cut, this is yours. Unless paperwork is finalized to where it says you can't get any or I get all. It's a business. Marriage in America is a business, and you've had so many failed businesses that you outnumber people who get businesses. Woman, you are a failure. You are a loser. You should get some help. You should become a winner. In the UPK, we build winners. That's all we do is win. No DJ Khaled. All we do is fucking win. We win, no matter what. You understand? And you should become a winner. You should stop being a loser. You should call the school nearest you. There's one in your city, I guarantee it. Wherever you at right now, you should find out where the closest school is so you can stop being a goddamn loser. Stop failing all these goddamn businesses. Stop failing all these marriages. Be a winner for once. You'll love it. You know what I'm saying? You'll love it here. You won't regret it. Women are terrible. We should. I don't mean that women are terrible. Salakia,
Damn.
women, I love y'all. I don't mean y'all are terrible, but you just gotta learn, man. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. You understand? And listen, and I can say my bad real quick. Like I'll say it myself. Like I had to do better. It was a point in my life I had to do better, but I took that accountability and said, you know what? I'm going to do better. I gotta learn. I can't just teach myself how to be better because I'm terrible. I'm horrible. So let me go find out from men who are better than me how to be a better man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got it.
Yeah, man. I was just gonna say the thing is, man, like most women don't even they don't give a damn about those stats. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about the percentage and who has the most and all of that stuff. Like they're being fed with the idea that they are not losing and they can never lose, no matter what circumstance they may be in. You get what I'm saying? Like they're fed that idea that if one thing fails, then I can just start a new one easily. And the reality is, it's not that easy. It's not. It's really not. You will find yourself in a lonely place. You know what I mean? And it all goes back to the idea of what's been given to us when we arrived here in America. if we really want to understand what love is, let's learn from what our ancestors did and how we treated each other in relationships. You know what I'm saying? Let's learn from what our ancestors did when it came down to marrying one another. So that way we can figure out what works best for us. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can't blend who we are with their lifestyle and their concepts. And I'm talking about the European man, because they're nothing like us. You get what I'm saying? Like, we got to figure out what went wrong. What went wrong? Instead of pointing the finger, let's figure out what went wrong. You know what I mean? That's what's important, man. It's time we do it now. You know what I mean? The answers are in front of you.
Yeah.
How bad do you want it? Don't let it be too late. The ideas is not reality.
Listen, if I could, you have there's a story. I can't play the video because this shit gonna send my computer into a fritz. But there's a video of Gayle King. Now, at one point in time, she was telling TMZ or whoever the hell that she was, happy to be single. She's never been, happy. Like she's content with being single because her life is so full and she doesn't have time to be in a relationship anyway. And turned around and said how it's daunting to be single. Like that's the real truth. Like they put on that whole front of, I got so much going on. I don't need a man. They put on that front, but the truth is they are lonely and single, and they're tired of touching themselves every night for some pleasure. They tired of it, and I'm gonna get on you studs heads too, man. Y'all tired of that shit too, man. You studs and elbows. I'm gonna call them elbows because I get flagged if I call them the other thing. Yo, you know what I'm talking about? Elbow. It starts with the letter L and ends with bows.
A lesbian.
Yeah, but elbows. Yeah, Well, you studs and elbows, man. Y'all are getting tired of bumping knuckles. Y'all getting tired of it, man. It's like you gotta just come to grips with reality. You need the thing with the veins, no Diddy. You know what I mean? And Gayle King, her old ass, she done waited too long. Nobody want to touch Gayle King's wrinkled behind. Salakia, Lord be with the sister, but it's too late.
She fly.
Unless you gonna find one of them niggas, huh?
I said she fly.
She all right. No, I'm just saying, okay. I don't know, man. I don't like Gayle King.
All right, that's his own.
But she gonna have to go and find one of them niggas that got two other wives, man. She gonna have to. Like, she's the type of woman that just has to find that. Other women, I can't even think of the it was a couple women that said the same thing. It's like they're regretting being single. You got women who can't find a man because nobody fits into their ideal man brackets. Right? They either make too much money or they're just unrealistic with what they want in a man. Like they think that because of how much money they make, that makes any other man who doesn't make their required, amount of income, that they're not qualified. So because he could have every other quality they're looking for, but because she's making more than him, he's not qualified. And so she keeps looking. Oh, I make more than you now. I got to keep going. Or this man is just unrealistic in every single way. He makes 8 figures. He's, perfect. Nigga's got every quality of perfection down packed. His personality is perfect. He can't be a punk, but he also can't be too demanding. He can't be giving her orders and telling her what to do. But he also can't just let her run all over him. because that would make him a punk. He can't raise his voice at her, but he also got to speak up because he sound like a bitch sometimes. He you know, who knows, just this impossible goal to reach as a man that so many women have in their head. It's like you're creating this fantasy guy who's never going to exist ever, nowhere in the world. And even if he meets one quality, he's not going to meet another one. And instead of you accepting that and saying, you know what, I'm going to just take it for what it is. It's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? I would love to get to know him, see if we click. You know what I'm saying? And if not, you know what I'm saying? Look, don't sleep with the nigga. Like, don't tie yourself to that man forever by sleeping with him if you're not sure you want to commit to him. That should be easy. That should be simple enough. So this nigga ain't good enough to stay with him, but he good enough to lay with? That's crazy. And we got to do better with how we see relationships. Guys too, man. You know what I'm saying? Men too. We can't just look at some woman and say, damn, I hit that. And just, that's it. You can't spend more than an hour talking to her because she gets on your fucking nerve. You don't like being around her. Every quality that she has makes you sick. But you'll hit that. And then you hit that, and now she's she on you, like she actually like you. And of course, that's any time that you have sex with a woman, she's gonna attach herself to you, because that's an intimate bond that y'all share. It's an intimate connection. You know what I'm saying? Now you just made that connection and you just severing it. Like, yeah, it meant nothing to me. I'm moving on. Like, we doing damage to these sisters. And we wondering why they have this damaged mentality of the type of man that they want to be with. They don't know what the hell they want. You got to be what they want. You got to tell them what they want. You ever been to a drive-thru with your woman? You got to tell her what she want. She don't know what she want. She don't know if she want the fries with the meal or she don't. She don't know if she wants just the sandwich. Should I get the combo? Baby, you getting the combo. Getting the combo with the motherfucking Diet Coke, small because you can't drink a whole large. And you're not gonna finish your fries, so I'm gonna finish your fries for you. You gotta tell her what she wants. She's not gonna make that decision herself. She don't know that she wants you. You have to tell her that she wants you, man. You convince her that she wants you. I'm what you looking for. Stop looking. You know what I mean? So, Gayle King, man, I don't know. Somebody have to take one for the team on that one.
Nah, yeah, man. You know, to each his own. You know, but yeah, man, it's something on both sides that we both can do better, man. You know what I mean? Like first we gotta level out the playing field and realize we both ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? One is not a prize over the other. All right, if we both ain't shit, let's try to find a way to become shit. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be shit together, man. Let's make shit happen.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we all fucked up. So the only way is going to work if we start from scratch. Go back to the origin of things. And marriages is never gonna work in America. Never. If you sitting back waiting for things to change on this earth, it will not happen. It's not gonna happen for you. You know what I'm saying? If you want things to change, be the change that you want to see. All right. If you're just gonna sit back and wish for something to happen, some crazy miracle to happen, it's not, bro. Be the miracle. All right. Become the miracle. This is how things work, man. You know, that's it. Because I do want to say, in Iran and Israel, the war is getting even worse. You know what I mean? It's getting worse day by day.
Yeah.
Bombs is being dropped as we speak.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, listen.
Literally.
This is it. Welcome to planet Earth, nigga. This is it. You know what I mean? You gotta wake up to the real world, man. That's it.
Yeah, nobody gonna save you. Nobody gonna save you but you, man. Nobody's gonna save you but you. You know what I mean? And like Shah said, you gotta be the change you want to see. That's where it starts, man. Listen, that's what we do here. Like, we not waiting. Like, people think that we waiting on the sky to crack open. Like, we just sitting here, sitting on our hands, you know, reading the Bible until the sky crack open and a black man come flying through the clouds. We're not waiting on that. You understand? We're not waiting for that. We want that to happen, and it's gonna happen eventually. But in the meantime, we do what the scriptures say. We occupy until he returns, man. We out here feeding the homeless. We out here clothing the homeless. We out here, getting our brothers off of drugs. We out here, getting our families back together. We getting brothers the custody over their children. You know what I'm saying? If we can't have the sister, like that sister needs to be in that family as well. And if possible, we're gonna get them back to. We're gonna. Well, I don't want to say if she's a hoe, then she a hoe. But if it's at all possible to get that woman back in that child's life and that man in that child's life, because of course you need both. You need that woman and that man to raise that child. If not, if that woman can't be a woman, then who the hell cares? Who needs her? You know what I'm saying? But one thing for sure is a child needs their parents. You feel me? So we got to make these things work, man. If you in a relationship and it's hard and you struggling and you know what I'm saying, you constantly arguing, you constantly having reasons to go at each other's throats, man, you need to get counsel. You need to get some advice on what you should do. You got to work shit out because you got to stay together, especially if you got children. Especially if you got children. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same if you ain't got children. But if you got children, you need to try doubly hard to stay together. Resolve that shit. Whatever differences y'all have, man, look, nip that shit in the bud and just be like, you know what? We got differences, but we gonna work this shit out because we got children that we gotta take care of. We got children that need role models, who need support. To hell with what I think about you and what you think about me and the issues that we have. The issues of our child are way more important than our issues. Because you're just going to start a vicious, you're going to continue a vicious cycle. That child's going to grow up. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to be just like his daddy. He's going to beat up on women. He's going to hate women, disrespect women. He's going to, you know what I'm saying? He's going to, treat a woman like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Trample all over her. That little girl going to be just like her mama. Niggas ain't shit. And, if you ain't got no money, then you can't holler. And, I can leave you tomorrow because everybody wants some of my vagina. That's how she's going to grow up. That's how he's going to grow up. And you're going to continue a vicious cycle. They'll have children who they treat just like they were treated. That's how it happens. That's how we get beat so bad. Like it's one thing to spank your child. Nigga, we get slave beatings. I don't know if I'm alone here, but niggas was getting slave beatings. Like you was getting beat like you was tied to a stake and whipped by a slave master. That's trauma. That's trauma passed down for decades, centuries of oppression. You understand? It went from that white man with a whip, beating you mercilessly, like just beating you to the blood show, to the white meat show, and just not even caring. Like, oh, what you crying for? Don't keep crying. I'm gonna give you something to cry about. God, that you just gave me something to cry about. You gonna keep going? I think I learned my lesson. That's how slave masters beat their slaves. and we pass that shit down generation to generation, beating our children like they goddamn stole cotton off the cotton field. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we have to stop these cycles. Ain't nothing wrong with disciplining your child. The Bible say to discipline your child. But you got to understand, even the Bible say a slave master cannot whip his slave more than, 50 lashes? I think it's only 49. I think you only give a slave 49 lashes. And that's for, us in the kingdom. When we are in rulership and we got our oppressor in chains, we can't even whip him just mercilessly. We can't just keep going 100 lashes. We can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain number. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, sir. You know what I mean?
What's that?
As far as I know, there's only so many lashes you can give a slave. And what's crazy is we don't even have that type of mercy on our own children. It's like we'll just keep going. Whap, 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 49, 50, 55, 60. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a trauma that was just passed down from slavery. We was beat that way in chains, and now we beat our children the same way. And it's the same reason why we in these streets shooting at each other. That hatred that we have for each other, we learned it from the hatred that our oppressor has for us. And that's a war that we fighting right now, man. We fighting a domestic war along with a racial war. Like, we at war with each other while we're also at war with our oppressor. This is crazy out here. What's going on, Michael Love? Yeah, man, you know about them whoopings, man. You know your mama held you by your hand while you was in the tub, soaking in wet, and he hit you with the wet towel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know your mom whipped you while you was in the shower wet, and that shit sting 10 times worse. Yeah, man, we was traumatized, bro. I know I ain't speaking for myself. Y'all tell me if I'm telling on myself. Y'all gotta stop me.
Hey, your mom used to do that to you, bro?
Hell no, my mom ain't do that to me. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, these is generational curses and traumas, man. We just haven't gotten over them. So yeah, what else, man? Should we just talk about the Diddy situation, or nah? You want to leave that shit alone?
Diddy? Yeah, we can leave it alone, I guess. I mean, it's up to you, but I don't know.
Nah, I ain't. Like I already said, I ain't got time for
Diddy. That's funny.
Did he do it? I will say this. I guess I will talk a little bit about this situation. Everybody is surprised that this is happening with Diddy, and it's crazy because hindsight is always 20/20, right? Like, we should have known that this guy was terrible. Just like we should have known Bill Cosby was terrible. Just like we should have known R. Kelly was terrible. These guys are absolutely terrible role models who we just love and adore so much. We want to be like them. Everybody rapping about being like P. Diddy. And, if Boosie had a damn show, he couldn't even perform some of his lyrics because he had so much faith in P. Diddy. And now, he's just a disgrace. You know what I'm talking about?
You said what?
Boosie Badass got a song called "Wipe Me Down," and some of the lyrics in the song is, "I just left New York City and hooked up with P. Diddy, finna blow past 50." Right? He couldn't even rap those lyrics because of the scandal that's going on with P. Diddy right now.
Everybody trying to disassociate themselves.
Everybody trying to disassociate themselves. So now, and it's kind of like with Trump, like because people have money, we look past the fact that they're terrible people. We look past the fact that they're evil, disgusting human beings because they have money. It's literally the only reason why we look at these people with some type of dignity and honor and respect. And all it takes is for the same industry that they represent to turn on them and start to expose them for the wickedness that the whole damn industry is involved in. Everybody in Hollywood is on that weird shit. But when it's convenient for them, they will turn on you. When it's convenient for Hollywood, they will turn on any of their own because, of course, that's how they keep you in line. And we've known this. I don't know if y'all anything like me. I used to listen. I went down the rabbit hole of Illuminati conspiracy theories and industry, like rituals in the music industry. I went down that rabbit hole, and although a lot of the shit is conspiracy, one thing I do know for a fact: sex plays a major role in Hollywood. I say Hollywood, but really just in the whole global aspect of fame. Sexuality is big, and if the entertainment industry is big on alternative sexuality, then of course that's all you're going to get in entertainment. Like all of your entertainment is going to be based on alternative sexuality, and it's going to be what influences your loved ones and all of them to take on this alternative sexuality, because all the music they listen to has that lifestyle in it, all the movies they see has the lifestyle in it, all the TV shows they see have the lifestyle in it. Everything that they are know and see and hear has that type of lifestyle embedded in it. And you're wondering why so many of our people are living that lifestyle now. It's in there because they exist. Why can't I just turn on a TV show and not see some gay shit? Damn, I said it. Why can't I turn on the TV and not see some alternative stuff? Why can't I just watch a simple movie or a TV show and not see two men kissing or flirting with each other or just a nigga in a wig? Why can't go on Instagram and not see men dressed like women wearing lipstick for a laugh? You understand? It's that way because that's the world that we live in. And that's who's in control of this world. So that's like something I took away from that whole rabbit hole, is that those guys, everybody in that damn industry are weirdos. And if you're in that industry, then like I can't help but to lump you in with them. Unless you are like Cat Williams, right? And sometimes I worry about Cat Williams too. Because Cat Williams kind of seems funny, you know what I'm saying? But I can't say that I've ever witnessed anything funny about him. He got that type of mentality. It's kind of like, it's effeminate, right? Cat Williams got like an effeminate type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like that. Like ever since I've seen anything with him in it, it just has that feminine vibe. Now, some people might call it pimping. It's just how pimps rock. But if a nigga wearing fingernails and French tips and just talking sassy, it's just my mind instantly goes to this nigga gay. You feel what I'm saying? But even Cat Williams exposed these niggas, like, you know what I'm saying, and said like, yeah, them niggas gay. Now you correct me if I'm wrong, but I was told when I was a kid, it take a gay nigga to know a gay nigga.
That's elementary though, man. That shit ain't real.
All right, good. I'm glad you said. You know what?
Yeah, that
I
shit ain't
believe you.
real.
You're right. That's absolutely
Yeah.
elementary. The water for clearing that up.
It takes one to know one.
Yeah,
To know you are, but with him, like, nah, man, nah, I
you're
just
right.
don't. Yeah, I don't
So what
like
you think though, Cat Williams, right? You think he's an effeminate man?
um I mean the brother, I don't know.
Because now keep in mind,
I
right?
don't know.
If you've
I
been to
don't even
church,
know.
if
Huh?
you've been to church, if you've been to church, you've seen the tambourine player, the brother that played the tambourine, or the brother that teaches the choir, right? Directs the choir, or the brother that leads the praise team. Um, you've seen the way they act, and when you was a child, you was like, yeah, that boy, he funny. Like he he a funny dude. You know what I'm saying? Not funny in a hilarious way, but funny in a you weird type of way, right? And you said like, oh yeah, he gay. And what do your grandmother say or your aunt say? He ain't gay. He in touch with his feminine side. The boy is not gay. Don't talk about him like that. He's not gay. He's just in touch with his feminine side. So now we know, you know what I'm saying? We removed all the ignorance off of our minds. And now we know there's no such thing as being in touch with your feminine side. We know that we was right because that nigga now is the pastor over a church, and his first man is, he's married to a man. That's his first man in the church. Ain't no first lady. It's the first man now. You understand? That same damn choir director, that same praise team leader, that same tambourine player is married to a man. You was right? So, Cat Williams.
I don't know. To be honest, I really don't give a fuck. It's gay. I don't give a damn. My bad, bro. I don't listen. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck is he doing? What that nigga not doing is doing? I don't know. That shit does not affect me no type of way. But
Fair.
I don't know. I don't know. I just never really looked into it, whether or not his mannerisms are feminine or not. I just never really I'll see his stand up and just laugh at it and just go by. I don't know. Maybe I'll look the next time I see an interview of his. I'll look to see if
It's very difficult. It's very difficult to watch Cat Williams interview for me. For me, it's hard to watch a Cat Williams interview. I can watch one of his movies because in my mind it's like this is acting. But then when I see the Cat Williams in the movies acting the same way in the interview, it's like I don't know. I get uneasy about it because I'm like, this shit just seems effeminate. And I don't want to. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that the brother is. I ain't trying to say the brother got the broke wrist. It's just very effeminate to me, and it's just. I don't like seeing that shit. I mean, again, who gives a fuck? At the same time,
but probably is effeminate. I don't know. Who knows? I haven't watched too many of his interviews to give you an answer, but I don't know.
Michael Love said Lil Wayne has a song with Nicki and Drake where he says a line about not having a girl as obedient as Diddy's. What song is that? You gotta drop the name. You gotta drop the name, but that's weird.
One thing. This is a good thing though. At least what Diddy should do, he should just go on the stand and just snitch on everybody. He should, and we already know Diddy got the seeing green. Diddy got the track record of folding in court like he did to Shine. So if there's enough pressure for him to fold, I think that would be a good thing for him to do, man. It's time to expose all these weirdos, all these creeps in Hollywood. Let's find out.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
It would only be right in celebration of the year of revelation. It would only be right. We gotta like every one of them need to be exposed before the end of 2024.
You should.
By the end of 2024, we should just get it all out on the table. And here's the thing too: once it's all out on the table, it's not like it's gonna go away. It's not like they're gonna stop being the freaks that they are. They're just gonna be freaks in the open. And guess what? That's when we'll know this is a disgusting world. Like it won't be a secret no more. It won't be hidden anymore. The freakiness will be all out in the open, and we'll know. Yep, them some freaky ass niggas. All of you freaky ass niggas. Birdman next. Birdman's next on the list, man.
Yeah, Birdman is shit. Orlando Brown tried to warn y'all niggas, bro. Nobody want to listen. Nobody want to listen to Orlando Brown. He told you about that.
Orlando Brown was really on some like Charleston White type shit. Like if you recall, Charleston White was saying something like he was saying when he tried to give niggas the realness as himself, like just being himself, not to credit Charleston White in anything that he says, but you know, again, when you write, you write. And you know, a broken clock is right twice a day. So Charleston White was saying in one interview that he tried to give niggas like the real deal, but they wasn't hearing that shit because he came at them too serious. He came at niggas too serious. And so he had to put on the Charleston White character. Like he really don't get it twisted. I'm pretty sure he really thinks the way he thinks, but he had to put on the character of just being an all out, you know, Uncle Ruckus type of nigga to get the point that he was trying to make, get that point across that he was trying to make before when nobody would hear him. Damn, who was his brother you just named?
Orlando Brown.
Yeah, Orlando Brown is kind of that nigga weird though, but it's kind of like that with him. I think he's putting on the show.
Cool.
I think all that shit he's doing. I think all that shit he high as hell, but I think all of that shit he's doing
that nigga's definitely be high.
But all that shit he's doing is a show. It's an act. You know what I'm saying? But he is high. He's high as fuck, and he's probably that high because that's how he has to cope with everything that he seen and knows and been through. But
think about it, he was a child star.
Can't tell you. Yeah, a little baby. Like this nigga was a baby. Him and Raven Simone.
Think about all the things that he's seen from a youth on up, man. Good night.
Yeah. And you wonder what all of them turn. Like, look at the fucking celebrities when they grow up. All those child actors and actresses. When they was in this shit, they was in this game from a baby up. And look at their lifestyle now. Like, look at the type of life they live now. They're not like normal. They're not living a normal life like you and me. They live this weird, bizarre ass life. And I say bizarre with intent because the shit they live in is just bizarre. Fucking Britney Spears, Raven Simone, Orlando Brown, man, the list goes on. All of them niggas, man. What's the one with the freckles? Lindsay Lohan, Amanda fucking Bynes. Listen, man, all of them are just some weirdos now. And they got one thing, all of them got one thing in common. They all were child stars.
Yeah, that shit would turn anybody crazy, man. Niggas lost their mind. Especially dealing with that type of attention as a child. Like a child can't comprehend fame. You know what I mean? Like they can't comprehend stardom. And for them to be brought up in that light, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for them to accept no. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It will drive any person crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and them cats is is the result of it. Like you said, they all grew up to be fucking weirdos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's the evidence.
Yeah.
If you ever want to know anything about that industry, just look at what it produced. They say good tree, good. Wait, what did it say? You know a tree by the fruit it bear, right? You know a good tree because it bears good fruit. You know a bad tree because it bears bad fruit. I know a fucking weird tree when I see one. You got all these goddamn weird fruits everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Fucking industry is full of weird fruits. I guess some fucking weird fruits out there, man. Everybody a damn weird fruit. And you want me to believe that this tree is good and wholesome, and I should be a part of it? They call it holly. Hollywood is a type of tree. It's a type of it's bark that comes from the holly tree. Right? That's where the word Hollywood comes from. It comes from the holly tree, and the Hollywood is, according to researchers, the holly tree is where they make those magical wands from, the witches' wands. Like when a witch, you know what I'm saying, those wands that you know what I'm talking about. They make those wands, according to history, according to legends. Legends say that those trees are used to make those wands, cast spells and shit like that. You know what I mean? So if you think about it, that whole industry is basically that whole. When I say industry, even though it's a city, it's really more so like a corporation. It's really more so like an industry. So Hollywood as an industry is casting spells on people, not like what you think a spell is, not like abracadabra and magical wazoo and all this, but casting a spell in which they're selling you a dream and telling you this is what you have to do to achieve the dream. Well, if you want to get stardom, you got to go in this back room with this producer, and he's gonna ask you a few questions. He might, just try to touch on you a little bit to feel you out, and what I'm saying, get a better feel for you. You know what I mean? And that's the spell that they casting. I mean, they giving you this idea of success and wealth and all these things, but you have to sacrifice your soul. And I know this shit sounds spooky, but I'm trying to make it not spooky for you. You're selling your soul by giving up what makes you whole as a man or a woman. You're giving up your manhood. You're giving up your womanhood. You're giving up the thing that makes you whole and sane and just a regular human being. You're going against what you are naturally designed for, to do something weird and strange. You know what I'm saying? You selling your soul, and you're selling it to the devil, who is the oppressor. All right. Listen, man. Check this out, man. Y'all need to hit that like button. Y'all need to hit the subscribe buttons. You know what I mean? If you want to win these prizes, you definitely got to subscribe. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep y'all here too much longer, and I don't want to keep my co-host here too much longer. So, it was a good episode. It's a good episode, man. Listen, we're gonna have more talks and discussions. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot of issues that we should just talk about. Like, forget all the stories and the news. Like, yeah, we got time for that, but sometimes you just we need to address some things. You know what I mean? And marriage is one of those things. What's going on with this whole celebrity shit? Like, your kid should not aspire to be a celebrity in the sense that I'm going to go to Hollywood and expect Hollywood to be the answer to my prayers. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with getting money. There's nothing wrong with using the talent you have to make that money, but you got to keep your soul. You know what I mean? You should teach your children that if they want to be entertainers, entertain and keep your soul. You know what I mean? So these are discussions that we should be having. Yeah. With that, man, I am Ice Zab. This is Priest and Officer Weezy the Prince. This is the war as usual, man, and we outro.
Keep.